Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Franck Muller Centre Curvex Master Calendar Magnum Chronograph, a big watch with a big name. You can see and you can purchase this triple calendar chronograph automatic Franck Muller in tonneau case and stainless steel on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high-resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this extraordinary tonneau case triple calendar automatic chronograph. Now, in general, I like to say there are two types of Franck Muller watch. There are the mass-produced models, which are typically powered by ETA, Soprod, or Sellita calibers, and then there are the grand complications, the world premieres, the Eternitas series, the watches that tend to be designed by hired gun watchmakers and produced in precious few copies for the peak of the Franck Muller clientele. So most of us will never see those, and we'll have to choose between the upper reaches and the entry level. This is one of the rare watches in Franck Muller's back catalog that justifies the nomenclature Master of Complications without breaking the bank the way something like the Eternitas series would. Here you have a triple calendar chronograph, automatic winding with a platinum winding mass. Let's take a look at how it fits and then talk about how it functions. Now, the watch is big. Lug to lug, 54 millimeters. I think 15 centimeters circumference would be the lower limit to wear this watch with a straight face. Any smaller and the watch will fit, but you're going to be looking at an awkward proportion. I think this is the kind of watch that requires 16 centimeters or bigger, with 15 the lower limit for getting away with it. In terms of thickness, it's actually quite reasonable, only 13 millimeters thick with a generously sloped case flank and a domed sapphire side to side. It is easy to slide this underneath a dress cuff, so it has that element of accommodation to its credit. And across the case, it is fairly wide. The watch spanning 34 millimeters, 3 to 9, not inclusive of crown or chronograph pushers. Now, the timepiece is substantial, and not just because of the proportions of the case, but because of the full bracelet. In general, Franck Muller watches come on straps, so to see one on a full bracelet is a bit of a treat and an exception, and it is nicely made. You can see how the end link beautifully fills the gap with the end of the case, so it has a highly integrated look. The case itself is still a work of art. The best thing Franck Muller ever did was settle on this Centre Curvex case form as the signature of the brand. More than complications, more than the persona of the founder, this is a shape that has endured and proved remarkably influential, possibly the greatest legacy of this manufacturer. The rest of the bracelet is of high quality. Now, you can see 5-link design, differential direction to break up the visual mass. It also has large gaps on the underside to avoid pinching skin, pulling hair, and as you can see, a great deal of daylight. There's not a lot of play, but it has plenty of aeration holes for usage on hot days when you may be sweaty and when you want the wrist to breathe naturally. You get that here. Double folding deployant clasp for security when closed and protection against droppage. Of course, it's also relatively low in profile to avoid desk diving, such that you don't have to worry about it disfiguring itself the way you do with a Rolex Oyster clasp and bulky dive clasps of the type. This is a bracelet designed for a genteel watch, not a bruiser. The case is all of high polish, and frankly, it looks nice, and frankly, that wasn't supposed to be a pun. Now, you'll also note that the dial is richly complex. Detail starts with guilloche, sort of rose lathe, splayed radial patterns, undulating, flowing, and beautiful. They form the base for a dial that features Franck Muller's stylized Arabic numerals outboard of a radial date that also includes a track for seconds and minutes. May as well start up the chronograph here. Now, the hands at center are beautifully blued, so you have tones of red, white, and blue, appropriate for many federal holidays here in the United States and even many nations abroad. Nevertheless, political connotations aside, it's a splendid combination of color that suits this watch well, as does the balance of the triple calendar chronograph arrangement. As far as I can tell, I believe it to be a Valjoux 7751 turned on its side to create that classic tri-compax chronograph arrangement. It features date radially, day and month, as well as chronograph hours, minutes, and seconds. A very useful timepiece in that you can refer to the date constantly while dating emails, correspondence, official memos, and papers, and the chronograph is there for those who bill hours, such as attorneys, as an additional refinement. Automatic winding underneath, of course, it features a platinum winding mass atop again, what I believe to be a value 7751. So take the unidirectional efficiency of the 7751 and add the additional mass of platinum to the outer circumference of the winding mass, and you get a very efficient winder that will do good service on your wrist. It's best of both worlds. It's a little bit of a hot rod with the platinum on the 7751 and rotated 90 degrees to create the tri-compax arrangement, but like every great hot rod, it has fantastic style on the outside and a potent motor on the inside. You can see and you can purchase this Franck Muller Centre Curvex Master Calendar Magnum Chronograph, a big watch with a big name and big value, on our website.